They do look like a crazy bunch of conspiracy theorists that you've attracted here, isn't
Oh
it?
no, there's multiple PhDs, multiple professors in this room. This is not, you can't dismiss this group of people.
And they're critical thinkers. Everybody here is critically thinking about what's going on, and that's important. That's if we want to advance anywhere, we have to be critical thinkers, not just believe what the governments are telling us.
The science, isn't it? Avi Mini for Rebel News in Melbourne, Australia, where a newly formed medical union is running a conference to, what they say, reclaim the industry.
Because we felt during the pandemic so many doctors were silenced and a lot of doctors didn't agree with what was done in the pandemic response, and we felt we've lost our profession because of all the censorship and the suppression. And this conference is called Reclaiming Medicine, in an aim to reset everything so that we feel that we can go towards better patient care.
So essentially this is the great reset.
The reset that we need
The
to
reset
have.
of the great reset. I got it.
Yes.
Anyone can view this conference. If they go to our website, that's amps.redunion.com.au, and there will be made available the complete coverage of today's conference.
The Australian Medical Professional Society, so we're a non-political industrial association for doctors. We newly formed. We formed last year.
How long have you been a doctor?
34 years.
So you're pretty new to the industry.
Yeah, very new.
And you've never experienced anything like what we've seen in the last 2 years?
I've never experienced anything like what's happened in the last 2.5 years.
But they'll argue this is a once in a century, event, so things should go back to normal after that. You don't buy it?
I certainly don't buy it. I think this is more about control and control of the whole population, using medicine as a tool to start that control.
Why did you start it?
Well, because doctors, whether they, for example, regarding masks, regarding vaccines, regarding lockdowns, regarding any issue in the COVID era, if they've evaluated their evidence and if they're acting and advising their patients in good faith, then that is a matter between doctor and patient. That's the substance of free speech, and that's also the substance of the scientific dialectic. And so doctors of all stripes and of all persuasions need to be able to have their voice unencumbered by regulators injecting politicisation of science and politicisation of medicine into the discourse. So that's why we need alternate unions and industrial societies, because let's face it, the standard unions are they're fronts for the interests of certain political parties and also certain other interest groups and lobby groups besides. So we want it to be truly interest of membership based.
We've got hundreds of members. We need thousands. We believe there are thousands out there, thousands of doctors who are asking critical questions. And to be honest, that's only going to increase because more and more data is coming out.
I have one big question, because I got into a lot of arguments online, especially on Twitter. I was always told, you're not a doctor, so how dare you have an opinion? Do you get told the same thing?
No, we just get fired. So, yeah. Let doctors be doctors and keep the politicians out of medicine and let us treat our patients to the best of our ability.
What I saw was happening through this last 2.5 years is the destruction of basically medical ethics, and that was the starting point of any doctor-patient relationship is medical ethics and bodily autonomy. And I saw the interference of government through health regulators getting into the doctor-patient relationship. So it was like having a third party in all the conversations.
The purpose of this conference is to give a platform to Australian and international experts. We've had fascinating sessions already, well attended. The first session was Dr. Naomi Wolf talking about what they are finding in hundreds of thousands of documents from Pfizer which were suppressed. I mean, is that interesting to doctors? It should be. There's incredible things that are coming out. I don't think it can be stopped. I think the trend will be more and more information. So I expect the ranks of doctors thinking critically to swell, and AMPS will be there.
Why did you decide to join this? Why are you part of it?
Why am I part of it? Because I'm passionate about patient care and the best outcomes for people in our community. And with a passionate group of people that are dedicated to that cause, and it means so much to my heart that we fight for evidence-based best practice for the best outcomes for our community. And I think we can do better than what we're doing.
What's your message to those doctors or those nurses or anyone that could join your union that's not sure? What would you tell them?
Join us, we're stronger together, and let's take back medicine, let's reclaim it.
If you enjoyed this report, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, share it far and wide, because the only way this union can succeed is if people know about it, and we know that the mainstream media will refuse to give them airtime. So it's up to each and every one of you at home to spread the word. And then head over to follavi.com, sign up to our mailing list, and follow me across socials just in case they ban us from the platform you're watching this on right now for giving them a platform. Follavi.com. Follow us now. Know that the mainstream media will refuse to give them airtime. So it's